Hi, my name is Tyler and I'm a student here at Oregon State University. I also am the collections manager for the Oregon State University Ichthyology Collection. One of my projects in this past year as the collections manager has been to facilitate the upgrade of our collection. We moved from an old room that has been there since the 1970s, wood shelves and stuff like that. We upgraded to these new storage systems that we see here. Just like at the library, with all the books in the back, these actually all move back and forth. Really a great new system for us to store our fish. We actually have a smaller room here than our old collection room. We make use of that space a whole lot better. Pretty much all of these shelves are filled up with fish at this point. So we did a pretty good job of filling them, and now we're going to have to do a little bit of sorting, a little bit of rearranging and consolidating, and hopefully a little bit of trading. Trade some of our specimens for specimens at other universities and increase the diversity of our collection. At the very end of our collection here, these ones are actually fixed shelves, and these contain the teaching collection. These fish, pretty much none of them have any information other than the species of fish. These are all the fish that we use in our ichthyology classes that our students use to learn to help identify fish and stuff like that. These are some of the fish that I will be pulling out at a later date to kind of give some talks on fish anatomy and fish physiology and stuff like that. So I decided that since this is my first YouTube video, and in order to make up for the fact that you guys all had to bear with me as I'm learning how to do all of this stuff, I thought I'd show you guys some of our more interesting specimens. Alright, this right here is one of my favorite specimens in our collection. It is also one of the largest. This is an Alopius vulpinus. It's a thresher shark that was taken in 1979 off the Oregon coast. And you know, some of our specimens we just don't have the facilities to preserve an entire shark of this size. We kept the important bits. We got the head here, we pectoral fins down floating around here in the bottom. Pretty good sized little thresher shark. All of our specimens, you can kind of see this yellowish water floating in the bottom. This is actually 50% water, 50% isopropanol, and it's the preservative that we use to prevent our specimens from decaying. Put him back in his tank along with his information card that we do. Tells us all about the specimens. We'll lock him back up. So earlier I showed y'all how we preserve our fish, our smaller specimens, in jars, and the larger specimens in the big tanks. And these are slightly smaller specimens than that other shark. This is a 35-gallon tank that we have here, and we use this for storing a lot of our smaller specimens. In fact, we have a lot of these 35-gallon tanks. 70-gallon tanks on the bottom, 35 gallons on the top, and we've got a couple rows of these tanks. And this is one of the more interesting tanks. We will be able to pull some specimens out of here as the year goes on and show you guys some of these specimens. We've got the specimen's not the greatest condition right now. This is actually a whale shark, but some of these specimens have had to be gutted. Whether for research purposes or just for preservation purposes. But we've got some pretty cool specimens in here. This is kind of the shark tank. This has a lot of our smaller sharks and rays and skates in here. And we'll be digging in here a little bit later to show you guys some of our specimens. But I'll just highlight a couple really quick here. Nice little bonnet head. We've got some flying fish from Mexico. A little bit larger specimens there. And that's our collection room. And that's all I'll show you of the collection for now. Later on as we go, hopefully if people have any suggestions or they want to see a certain type of fish or a certain type of fish anatomy or physiology, we can go back into the collection there and pull out some of the examples and set them up on a table. If anybody at home is really interested in this stuff and actually wants to take a course for college credit in this kind of stuff, I would urge you to go to OregonState.edu, and we've got some pretty good online courses that you can take. And one of the ones that specifically deals with what we are going to be looking at in a lot of these videos is fish and wildlife 315, FW 315, and that's a course in ichthyology, which is going to teach you the basics on fish anatomy and physiology and stuff like that, a little the biology of fishes. Anyways, if anybody has any tips or tricks that you want to share with me in the comments down below on how I can improve my skills making videos, stuff like that, please let me know. And yes, that'll be it for now. So until next time, best fishes.